I'm Heather Alcazar, and this is my husband, Fred. We own Czar Athletics, where we train athletes and specialize in speed and strength in the youth sector.
I'm Fred Alcazar. Former military, and I found training youth athletes as another venue, a way for me to provide service back in my own way versus serving my country now. So.
Our first paying athlete was May 12th of 2020, because COVID had shut down schools and basically sports. Kids were needing an outlet to stay in shape, to keep their skills going, and so...
And just to be active. Parents wanted them out of the house.
Yes. Yeah. So we started with one athlete. I think that May, Fred's goal was to have three athletes by the end of the year. We ended up with 44 athletes by the end of the year, all through word of mouth. We didn't advertise. It was just simply, hey, this friend was doing this and this friend was doing that, and they all found us.
I used to have just one full rack, one squat rack, and a lifting platform. We quickly outgrew that, and that facility, location one took a beating, but we had to transform it all the way up to 6 stations?
6 stations.
We went from 1 station to 6.
So we just grew as more and more athletes. Fred would say, I think we need more equipment. So we would get another rack, and then we'd outgrow that, and we'd get another rack, and we'd outgrow that. So it's been a slow process, but it's allowed us to learn so much along the way. And getting into this building was such a long process, and it took, we opened in May of 2020. I started talking to the banks in June of 2020. But because of COVID and all the PPP loans, banks weren't really even willing to talk to me. And so, Fred started doing a lot of research about the SBA and, finding mentors and then just through the whole, finding land and finding contractors. It's just really has been one ordeal after another. And so we opened June 4th of 2023 was our grand opening. So literally 3 full years. But it was a godsend, because in those 3 years we were able to grow slowly. We were able to get
have
equipment.
The business pay for the business.
Get equipment when we needed it. We didn't just have this idea, put up this building and hope and pray somebody showed up. It was just, from Friday to Sunday, this is our new location. Here's the new address.
And the Business Development Center really helped us out with securing the loan. But the SBDC is where I met Larry. He helped me out with everything, just the financing of how to grow. Actually, if it was realistic to get a building, I'll still remember on the phone talking about calculations. Well, if you do this and how many, and at this price point, and you bring in this much a month, is it possible? And he said, a building is not that expensive, I don't think. And that's how that's what I remember the most in that conversation. And I typed up the calculations. I said, if we have this many athletes, this time of week, and it was tiered, and I showed it to him, he says, yeah, you can do it. And that's where we learned and gained the confidence into go ahead and diving feet first. Not once did I ever think it's about the SBDC. It's about, how can we help you? It feels really personal. Just even with the webinar, even the emails that I get, still, I will never unsubscribe because I never know when I'm going to need an idea to spark another idea.
Or just as
to solve a problem.
Grow, some of the topics aren't useful to us now, but we hope that they'll be useful to us in the future. As we grow and, we get into apparel and, into more locations. But Larry has always made us feel like he truly cares about our business, about us as people, about our business, for it, the success of it, the growth of it. He's one of us. He's in this with us. grow slowly. You know, we've had people, other coaches across the country contact us because some of the groups that we're in, and they'll check out our website and they'll see the growth that we've had in 3 years, and they'll, you know, very similar situations. They're training in, you know, in a neighborhood field, and they, you know, do you really think it's possible to, and you know what, and so they'll send some questions to me about what we did, and that's absolutely, you know, just have your goals in mind, and then just work towards them little by little. Financing, of course, is the biggest.
I would even say finance. I would say mentorship.
Mentorship.
Mentorship is huge. If I didn't have the mentorship that I've gotten, I wouldn't have the confidence in this. That confidence is so important. That's why you need a mentor that to help you aspire for even more. And that's where that vision comes in. You have your vision, but you need a mentor to help you get there, and you can't do it by yourself. You just can't. Having those mentors is so key. You know, like Larry over there helping us out. It's invaluable. Stay true to your vision. Like, don't sell yourself short. Like, if your vision is your vision, see it through. What I like to say also, when it gets hard, I always tell people, if it gets really, really hard, you're probably close to success on the other end of that hill. You know, it's peaks and valleys. You want to level it out as much as you can, but just keep going.
Keep grinding.
Yeah.
You know,
Keep learning.
Yeah.
Keep learning. If it's not working, that's not quitting. If you change it up, you know, that's not quitting. That's learning. It's adapting, and having that confidence to do that. And I feel like I said, mentorship. Talk to people. Find help. There's help out there, and that's what the SBDC does.